Now on CoastTV News.
A strong nor'easter is continuing to batter Delmarva with heavy rain, wind, and flood concerns. I'll have the very latest on the storm and what to expect and when conditions are expected to calm down coming up.
Biden car collision, the action taken by Secret Service in Wilmington after the Sunday night crash.
A cold weather warning, the advice to homeowners from Dewey Beach officials.
Jackson steps back and flicks in the end zone. Touchdown, Isaiah Likely.
Ravens roll Jaguars, the big Sunday night win that keeps Baltimore atop the AFC.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And we begin with breaking news this morning on a first alert weather day. Heavy rain and wind pounding our coastal area. This is what it looked like just before 2:30 in Rehoboth Beach on Coastal Highway. Water being blown across the road.
And further south in Fenwick Island, not much better there. The wind affecting the traffic lights as you see right there, and the rain on the lens making it difficult to see.
And here is what we saw in Lewis in the 5 Points area. More of that wind and rain, water being blown across the highway. Just some of what happened over the past few hours in our area. It is Monday, December 18th, 2023. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thank you for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, for several hours, Sunday into Monday morning, we heard that rain, the wind on this first alert weather day.
Yeah, I felt it especially driving in this morning. I told you earlier, I wish I drove through snow instead of what I drove through this morning. It was dangerous, so just be very, very careful if you're heading in before the sun rises. We'll bring in first alert meteorologist Bob Chahi now. He joins us with a look at your forecast. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Matt and Paige. Good morning, Delmarva. Be careful what you wish for, Paige. If this had been snow, we're talking feet of snow, but not enough cold air involved with this. We are just looking at sheets of rain and strong winds, and this is a 6-hour replay of our radar. You can see all this heavy rain that has been moving through during the course of the overnight into this morning. Right now, just general showers from Ellendale back through Morris Mill and back through Millsboro, but the real heavy rain around Rehoboth, back through Ocean View, Fenwick Island, Selbyville, very heavy rain for you. And then farther south into Salisbury, you have a flash flood warning. More on that in just a moment. But Ocean Pines, Liberty Town, you are seeing the very heavy rain right now, and more of that heavy rain through the eastern shore of Maryland. The back edge of the heavy rain is now moving through the southern part of Delmarva as it continues to advance to the north right now as we're watching this powerful nor'easter moving up the coast. We have a flood warning right now for much of Delaware, but it's a flash flood warning into Wycomico County around Salisbury and surrounding cities. You've heard the saying, turn around, don't drown. That's exactly what you want to do. We're seeing the very strong winds beginning to shift to the west now as our coastal low is making its way up the coast. And we'll see the real heavy rain begin to slowly wind down mid-morning with falling temperatures through the 50s this morning. And then we start to dry it out as we go into the afternoon, and it gets cold and blustery with temperatures into the 40s. But watch out this morning. Heavy rain, standing water. Make sure you find a different route to work. Otherwise, windy and turning much, much colder. Much more on this storm and the cold week ahead coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Bob. Now, with weather like we experience, we do often have reports of power interruptions. Not so many this morning to report, the most notable being from Delmarva Power in the Long Neck area. Approximately 157 customers were affected. We are being told power should be restored any moment there in Long Neck.
Breaking news now from overnight. A car collided with a motorcade SUV that was part of the president's security deal. President Biden and the First Lady were leaving his campaign headquarters in downtown Wilmington when this crash happened. Agents quickly sprung into action, cornering that car. Fortunately, both the president and the First Lady are safe following that incident.
This morning, we're expecting investigators to continue the attempt to determine what caused a big house fire in Dagsboro over the weekend. This happened just after 2 a.m. on Sunday. The two-story home was in the area of 9-Foot Road and Hickory Hill Road. It took several crews 4 hours to get this fire under control. And breaking overnight as seen on Coast TV, the Ravens scored 13 points in the fourth quarter to pull away from the Jaguars and winning 23-7. This is the 11th win of the season for Baltimore. It's the most in the AFC. We'll have more in this game later on Coast TV News Today.
Happening today, Fenwick Island is discussing noise in the town. According to the town, it will talk about a possible noise ordinance and related issues at music venues. The town is also set to discuss the Bike to Bridge program. This program involves the reconstruction of the Route 24 bridge. You can attend that meeting today at 9 a.m. It's at Town Hall, or you can join on Zoom.
In Dewey Beach, homeowners are being warned about cold weather setting in. If you own a Dewey Beach home or apartment, the recommendation for people who don't live there year-round particularly is to make sure that your emergency contact information is on file with the police department. I say without that information, it can delay notification when something happens to your home, be it freezing pipes or, in the case of today's weather, potential flooding.
All right, we are going to take a live look now at our nation's capital. Right there, we can actually see it's windy there as well. But it is also there that Republicans and Democrats are still at a stalemate amid the holiday break coming soon. The Biden administration wants Congress to pass his national security supplemental request, which has billions of dollars in funding for Ukraine, Israel, and U.S. border security.
Yeah, however, the package, which was introduced in October, remains at a standstill. John Lawrence shows us perspective from both sides of the aisle.
Democrats and Republicans in Congress are working to come to terms on the U.S.'s border before the holiday break, and time is running short.
They understand that the border is broken, that glass ceiling has been broken, and we've got to stop this dangerous immigration that we have coming to our country from all over the world.
President Joe Biden says providing more funds for Ukraine's war against Russia is necessary to some extent because of the U.S.'s own national security.
For us to fail to come together and support Ukraine in their ongoing fight for freedom against Russian aggression would be a huge gift to Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping and Hamas.
Republicans say they won't budge on the Ukraine support unless changes are made to the immigration process.
We're helping Israel, and jihadist groups want to hit us to punish us for helping Israel. I will not help Ukraine, Taiwan, or Israel until we secure a border that's been obliterated.
Among the proposed changes discussed, increasing the credible fear standard for asylum seekers and boosting the use of a fast-track deportation procedure.
People in this country are furious at this open border crisis. That's why it's so imperative that the Senate and the House work with the president to come up with a national security package that puts the country above everything else.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
All right, well, we are just getting started this morning.
Yeah, coming up, it was a busy weekend for fire companies all across Delmarva. We will have more on their efforts to keep people safe.
Also, renters may be in for a Christmas miracle. Rates are declining in one of America's biggest cities. We'll tell you how much those rates have dropped.
And Grubhub releasing data on its most popular deliveries. We'll tell you the nation's snacking habits and may surprise you. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
It's always a beautiful day for learning at Shells, where we prepare your child to excel in school with our pre-K program that exceeds school standards. With lessons that'll develop your child's word recognition, social skills, reading readiness, and more. Taught by certified teachers in a healthy, caring learning environment.
Shells has helped my children excel in schools from the time they started pre-K.
Register now and save up to $2,600 a year, with openings at all of our locations. Shells, preparing our future generation.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, perk up with Coffee Rendezvous holiday shopping tips and gift ideas. Then ride the wave with K-Coast Surf Shop. Plus, a look at Milford Police Department's new building. Coast Life today at 4 on Coast TV.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro. The natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, Coast TV's feathered friend and sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Brought to you by Tidal Health.
It is exactly 5:10 on this very stormy, rainy, and windy Monday morning. Boardwalk Plaza camera, well, that tells the story. We're seeing windswept rain on the boardwalk right now. That is not the correct map. We actually have a flash flood warning that's in effect now for the Salisbury area. We are looking at clouds and rain, and a lot of it. We're seeing all that rain continuing to move to the north, and a lot of heavy rain along the coast right now. We have a flood warning in effect for Delaware right now, and for the Salisbury area, we do have a flash flood warning. So you can see all the heavy rain, especially along the coast right now, in the eastern shore of Maryland, seeing the very heavy rain. And the last of that real heavy rain is now moving into southern parts of Delmarva. So we should be out of this in the next hour or so. Needless to say, very dangerous out there this morning. Debris on the road, lots of water on the roads. Be careful with the kids off to school, 61, but heading home much colder and drier, and 53.
Rain also having an effect on roads. MDOT is warning drivers about slippery conditions as we continue to feel the impact of the heavy rain. They say it is important to reduce your speed and give more space to the cars in front of you. If you are going to be driving, make sure you're doing it safely. Moving on, we have more information regarding a deadly crash that took place in Milton. Delaware State Police. This happened around 1:35 p.m. Saturday on the Milton-Ellendale Highway. That's just west of Gravel Hill Road. We now know the name of the man who was killed in that accident, 47-year-old Terrence Perry of Bridgeville. According to the report, Perry was the passenger in a truck that, for unknown reasons, ran off the road and crashed into a large tree. The 57-year-old driver of the truck and the other passenger, a 60-year-old man, they were both taken to area hospitals, and their names have not been released as this investigation is ongoing.
You want fries? If you ordered food with Grubhub this year, chances are you said yes. And we know that because the food delivery service released a list of its most delivered food items for 2023. French fries were the top ordered side dish. I'm not really that surprised. 91,000 customers added sriracha to their meals. You have fantastic taste. And Grubhub reports filling more than 10 million late night orders for coffee. That one surprises me. Manhattan is seeing its first annual decrease in rent in 2 years. That's all according to new data from the brokerage firm Douglas Elliman and Miller Samuel Real Estate Appraisers and Consultants. This is a decrease of 4.6% from October and down 2.3% from a year ago. The drop in rent is thanks to lower inflation and mortgage rates and a recent boom in the construction of apartment buildings there.
Weather-wise, the intense nor'easter continues to pound Delmarva. We have a flood warning for Delaware for very heavy rain, and then farther south into the Salisbury area, Wycomico County, it is a flash flood warning. If you see standing water or a flooded road, turn around, don't drown. I'll have the very latest on this storm and what we can expect for the work week ahead coming up.
Need help giving a gift? Make your loved ones feel special. Celebrate their birthday. Congratulate a colleague's achievement by sending them a shout-out through Delmarva Life Occasions. All for free on delmarvalife.com. Upload a picture with a message about the special celebration. Delmarva Life Occasions is brought to you free by Island Creamery, found in Chincoteague, Salisbury, and Berlin. What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
So, why do people open up differently here?
You are too much, Tamron Hall.
Reveal things they've never told before.
Ooh, Tamron. I don't think I've ever said this out loud.
Do things they've never done before.
Let me take these teeth out.
So keep your light shining. Because it's how she makes you feel.
Happiness, joy.
It's how you make her feel. There's only one Tamron Hall.
Monday at 3 on Coast TV.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
Well, it's 5:15 a.m. on this Monday morning as we're going to look at the live scene in Ocean City. Bob, overnight, you can just hear the intensity of the wind and rain. Not the greatest of sleeping nights, I might say.
Absolutely not. That pounding rain, sheets of rain, a lot of wind with that nor'easter coming up the coast. That's why it's important to have the Coast TV weather app. Make sure you scan the QR code right there, and that will get you to the app. You can track the weather and the warnings, and we have some of those right now. I want to talk about the weather headlines. Flooding rains, we've been seeing those overnight. Make sure you drive around flooded areas. Find another way to work and school. You've heard the saying, turn around, don't drown. We've had 3 to 4 inches of rain. That's a lot of rain in a short period of time. Strong to damaging winds. Watch for debris in the roads. I've seen some of that, and coastal problems as well. We've had flooding and erosion as we have a coastal flood advisory, some inundation along the coast, also strong winds there. We have a flood warning as well for Kent and Sussex counties. That goes here for another 15 minutes or so. And then farther to the south into Wicomico County, it's a flash flood warning until 6 a.m. So you really have to be careful this morning. Find that alternate way to work and school. This is a 6-hour loop of the radar composite with the clouds, and you can see all the rain that has been moving across the area with this nor'easter. The rain is moderate in Milford back through Georgetown, Bryant Park, and Seaford, but still really heavy. Rehoboth back through Long Neck, Ocean View, Selbyville, Fenwick Island as well. Near Gumboro, south of Millsboro, seeing the very heavy rain as well. But it's beginning to lighten up a little bit farther to the south with the southern fringe of that real heavy rain into Golf Club shores and seeing the heavier rain across the eastern shore. But look at this, farther south near Chincoteague and Point South, spottier showers. So the real heavy rain should be gone in about the next hour or so as this low continues to move up the coast. We're seeing strong southerly winds, 10 to 15 miles per hour with stronger gusts, and now they're going to be shifting to the west as well with that storm going up the coast. Look at these rainfall amounts. This is from about an hour and a half ago. I'll be updating these throughout the morning. 3.5 inches in Millsboro, Georgetown, over 3.25 inches of rain, over 3 inches in Harbison and Lewis, close to 3 in Slaughter Beach, and Rehoboth had 2 inches or so, but they're getting more than that and still raining hard there. We had a gust of 48 miles per hour in Georgetown, 41 in Ocean City. The real heavy rain will start to slacken off, say, mid to late morning, and then we dry it out. The winds pick up out of the northwest, and it starts getting colder into the afternoon with temperatures into the 40s. By this evening, lower 40s, feeling like winter again. And by the overnight into tomorrow morning, could see a few flurries, maybe a few sprinkles. Otherwise, mainly clear and cold, lower 30s and only 30s and low 40s throughout the day tomorrow. Could see some sprinkles or flurries as we go through time. But you can see these winds howling out of the northwest, 40 miles per hour early on, and then they'll shift to the northwest and bring in that much colder air as we go into Tuesday, as those winds are still very strong. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Falling temperatures today with the wind and rain. Tuesday could see a few flurries or showers, not a significant event, 43, and then just plain cold for the rest of the week. Highs in the 40s, lows in the 20s. And then heading into the weekend, here comes Christmas. Christmas Eve is looking dry and mild. Looks like a brown Christmas, maybe a wet one. We have an umbrella winner. You need that umbrella this morning. It's William Costello from Long Neck. Congratulations, William, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Bob, still ahead. Fire companies all across Delmarva had a busy weekend. We'll show you some of the events they faced and trying to keep people safe.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
Your Christmas variety station, The Duck.
Purchasing diamond jewelry or any jewelry, remember Robinsons, where we sell only earth-grown diamonds, not the fake lab-created whose values have dropped. Robinsons Jewelers can design or repair any jewelry, as Robinsons is the largest jewelry store on Delmarva with 8 jewelers on staff. Although we are known for being coin and clock experts, we want you to know we are the expert jewelers of Delmarva. Chain repairs to ring sizings to custom-made engagement rings, Robinsons is your jewelry expert.
To learn more about Robinson's family of business, the coin and jewelry experts, visit Delmarva Experts on WBOC.com.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. Coverage you can count on.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives. They're coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy to chop salads in seconds and cut frozen solid meat with ease and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp guaranteed. A complete set of chef knives can cost you hundreds, but today you can get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. Order right now and we'll even ship them to you free. Now get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone, the last knives you'll ever buy.
Call 1-800-645-8074 or go to buynutriblade.com.
Download the DSN app today, driven by Preston Automotive Group.
This morning, a man is facing charges after being arrested on drug and traffic-related charges. Here is what Delaware State Police are saying happened Saturday night. 37-year-old Christopher Pressey of Wilmington failed to signal during 2 lane changes. Police say that the officer found his license was suspended and he had 2 active arrest warrants. According to police, the officer then searched Pressey's car and found about 2 ounces of a suspected PCP and over 2 grams of marijuana. Pressey is being charged with 3 felonies and drug and traffic-related charges and being held on over $120,000 cash bond.
The Stockton Volunteer Fire Department had a busy weekend. They posted pictures from a call and some extra work this weekend. Their team rushed out to the 4000 block of Stockton Road for a medical emergency. And then later in the day, did a little planned firework with a controlled burn.
Salisbury Police Department looking for a missing person. We're going to show that person on your screen. It's Jeanette Jean, last seen near the 400 block of Patterson Avenue. He's 25 years old, 6 feet tall, 170 pounds. Last seen wearing a blue sweatshirt with a hood and book pack. He's considered critically missing due to an intellectual disability. So if you have any information, you're asked to please contact Salisbury Police Department.
We have new details about a deadly accident involving a trooper, a pedestrian, and 2 other vehicles. This all happened around 7:30 p.m. Saturday near the Economy Inn off of South DuPont Boulevard. A trooper was driving north on South DuPont Lane. Behind that trooper was a Toyota and a Kia. A 26-year-old woman from Smyrna walked into the road and got hit by the trooper. That woman was then run over by both the Toyota and the Kia that were behind the trooper. This was not at a designated crossing area. So what happens next? Well, we contacted the Delaware State Police, and they said there is an investigation ongoing. Interviews are being conducted with the trooper and the other drivers. The trooper, after the fact, was taken to an area hospital. The other drivers were not injured. No names have been released at this time.
Well, we've been talking about it all morning. Intense rain and wind as we bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Paige, you had talked about your interesting experience on the roadways in Delaware this morning,
It was awful, Bob. I'm recommending people, honestly, either call in late to work or just drive really slow.
Absolutely. You know, and on my way in this morning, too, I saw about 2 cars, saw debris on the road and a lot of water on the roads, and you can hydroplane very easily on the road. So I've been saying all morning, if you come across a flooded road, you've heard the saying, turn around, don't drown. Along the beaches, we saw the cameras earlier, the windswept rain. Yeah, it's going to be raining this morning, temperatures in the 50s, but that rain starts to ease off as we go through the day. It just becomes windy and colder. Temperatures falling into the 40s along the beaches. Waves are big. Could still see some coastal inundation there. For Lewis, you're in the 50s with the rain early, then falling through the 50s through the day. It does dry out for Rehoboth after the morning rain as well. We all start to dry out as this nor'easter starts to move away. Otherwise, a cold and windy week. I'll have more on that and a look ahead to Christmas coming up shortly.
Thank you so much. Also, after the break on Coast TV News today, a new report showing homelessness has hit a record high in our country. We're telling you what resources are available here on Delmarva for those in need.
Also, President Biden suspends border rail operations to allow patrol agents to focus on incoming illegal migrants. We'll tell you how this could impact the deal Democrats and Republicans are still debating in Congress.
And we've been talking about it all morning. Many along the East Coast recovering from severe weather this weekend. We're showing you just some of the damage in the southern parts of our region. Coast TV News Today. We'll be right back.
This year, share all the love you have during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event going on now through January 2nd. With every Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to one of these 5 charities and an additional $50 when you choose your hometown charity, plus $5 for every routine service performed. Make the most of the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event and start changing lives in your community together with Gateway Subaru. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, Coast TV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
This is Coast TV News Today.
Breaking news on this Monday morning. High winds, heavy rain hitting our area overnight. This was Coastal Highway just a few hours ago in Dewey Beach. The wind just driving that water right down the road.
And here's a look at Millsboro. Heavy rain, big soaking there, taking place where Route 24 intersects with Coastal Highway.
Yeah, just some of what is taking place this morning all over Delmarva on this December 18th, 2023 morning.
Yep.
I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, it's 5:28 this Monday morning. I know this may seem like it's overstated,
Yeah.
but if you are going to drive this morning, just go a little bit slower during this rain.
I know, and I might sound dramatic. I'm recommending you go in late to work, and I truly mean that. There aren't a lot of road lights on Delmarva.
You said it was a very treacherous drive in.
It was. I was a little shaken up when I came in.
You were,
Honestly,
yeah.
If you're driving in an area like I did where there aren't a lot of street lights, it's just really dark. I came up on puddles not knowing they were there. My car, I have a bigger car, it was sliding. Just maybe call your boss, see if you can come in once the sun is up so you can see the roads a little bit better. That is not a joke. It just really, I hope you are driving carefully this morning. Let's bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahi now. He's going to help you prepare because, Bob, it's not going to be this terrible all day.
No, it's not. And that's some good advice, Paige. Good morning to you guys. Leave extra time to get to the work, and if you can delay it, wait till later this morning when the puddles start to go down and winds start to calm down, because I've been seeing debris in the roads. We've been having a lot of rain, and we continue to see waves of rain moving through. That's a 6-hour loop right there of all the rain moving through, and still seeing a big pocket of heavy rain around Frankfurt and Long Neck, up the coast into Rehoboth right now, Gossley Mill, Ocean View. This is very heavy rain, but this should be the last of the real heavy rain, I believe, as we go through time. Fenwick Island also seeing that very heavy rain around Blackwater. Farther to the north, we're seeing some of that heavy rain continuing, but we're starting to see more spotty showers. Salisbury, Willards, back farther south as well, as we continue to watch this rain moving from south to north. Eastern Shore of Maryland also seeing the heavy rain, but you can see the spottier activity farther to the south as the real heavy rain is beginning to lift to the north now as this area of low pressure slowly moves up the coast. Still continue a flood warning for another 10 seconds or so for Kent and Sussex counties, and then we have a flash flood warning into Wicomico County as well, as we're seeing gusty winds, and that will be the case pretty much all day, as we'll see the real heavy rain begin to wind down as we go through this morning, and then it's just blustery and colder conditions as we go into the afternoon. Temperatures falling through the 50s into the 40s. So if you can delay travel this morning, do so as conditions do improve. Much more in the improving forecast and your work week forecast coming up.
Now, with weather like we are experiencing, we often have reports of power interruptions, but thankfully this morning we haven't seen too many power outages. The most notable is from Delmarva Power in the Long Neck area. We are being told, however, that the power there has been restored. A couple of customers still dealing with some issues in Laurel, and we have a similar situation going on in Bethany Beach.
Well, further down the East Coast, they also saw severe effects in South Carolina. The coastal nor'easter prompted high waves and flooding in inlets. Some docks washed away as waves crashed along the shoreline.
And in Florida, the storm brought hazardous winds and heavy rains. Governor Ron DeSantis activated the Florida State Guard in preparation for the severe weather. More than 33,000 customers in the state were without power until restoration efforts began.
Moving on, the Biden administration wants Congress to pass its national security supplemental request, which has billions in funding for Ukraine, Israel, and U.S. border security. However, the package remains at a standstill. The president says providing more funds for Ukraine's war against Russia is necessary, to some extent because of the U.S.'s own national security. Republicans say they won't budge on the Ukraine support unless changes are made to the illegal immigration process.
And the Biden administration taking steps to deal with the surge of migrants crossing the southern border into Texas. U.S. Customs and Border Protection announced it will temporarily suspend operations at the International Railway crossing bridges in Eagle Pass and El Paso, Texas. The agency saying the temporary closing will allow Border Patrol agents to focus more on processing migrants who have already entered the country. More than 4,000 migrants crossed into Texas on Sunday alone. A Homeland Security official said the increase is straining its federal resources.
Homelessness in the U.S. hit a record high this year. It's according to a new report from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The 2023 Annual Homeless Assessment Report shows more than 650,000 people experienced homelessness on a single night in January. That is a 12% increase from the previous year. The data also shows that families with children made up nearly 30% of those who are homeless. And there are many resources here in Delmarva, such as Code Purple and also our local food banks. Still got a lot more to get to in this edition of Coast TV News Today.
Yep, coming up in our next half hour, America's alcohol crisis. We're telling you what doctors are saying about how those drinks could impact your health.
Also, Ravens rule the not-so-pretty win last night in Jacksonville that does keep Baltimore top the AFC.
Here at Buchanan Subaru, our salespeople don't work off of commission. Customer satisfaction and their family's safety will always be our top priority. In fact, I'm so confident in my team that if you become our customer, I'll even give you my own personal cell phone number. Head on over to buchanansubaru.com. Check out this month's car, truck, and trailer specials and sales happening in our service department. Then give us a call or just stop in. Better service, better deals, Buchanan Subaru.
Sign up to grow your team at the 2024 Draper Media Job Fair, powered by Premier Staffing Solutions. Be a part of the best marketed and most successful job fair on Delmarva, according to past employers who participated. The Draper Media Job Fair is Saturday, February 24th from 10 to 2 in the Jason Building at Del Tech in Georgetown. Meet over 1,000 applicants looking for work. For more info, go to WBOCEvents.com.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
5:35 on this very stormy Monday morning as we're watching this coastal storm with rain and wind flood warning. Well, it was until 5:30. It's now 5:35, so we'll see if that does expire with time. And farther south, Wicomico County around Salisbury, flash flood warning. As I've been mentioning, when you see water in roads, find another route. A lot of folks pass away in flash flooding and flood, so watch out for that. We're seeing the very heavy rain still. Lewis, Longneck, back through the Frankfort area. A little lighter to the west, but it's still very heavy along the coast. And then farther south, we're seeing the end of the rain south of Salisbury, the real heavy rain. So we're happy to see that. More of those showers across the eastern shore of Maryland. All this continues to lift to the north as we're watching this coastal storm moving that way. Umbrella, rain boots, watch out for the flooded roads, all green check marks. Watch for debris, leave extra time to get to work, maybe a couple of hours. And actually, you can use the sunglasses later today.
Tough stretch for the Ravens in the attempt to nail down the AFC North title, the top spot in the conference, and the coveted bye that goes with it. Last night in Jacksonville, the first of 3 straight games against division leaders. Weather outside was not frightful in Duval County. Second quarter, Lamar Jackson scrambling, throwing, intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins with a pick, but it did not produce points for the Jaguars as later in the quarter, Trevor Lawrence scrambles, and he is hit, and he fumbles. There's Arthur Millette recovering and moving the ball near midfield, and the Ravens cash in. Jackson to Isaiah Likely. It's a touchdown. The Ravens win it 23-7, their 4th win in a row. More importantly, they clinched the playoff spot with that win. Now, earlier, Washington attempted to avoid a 5-game losing streak. Did not do a good job of that. Third quarter, the Rams' Matthew Stafford to a wide-open Cooper Kupp hello. Despite a late comeback by Washington, the Rams win, and in the process, Washington eliminated from playoff contention. They are now 4-10 and heading for some big changes in the offseason. Tonight, the Eagles look to get out of this season slide. The Birds are in Seattle to battle the Seahawks. The Eagles have given up 75 points in their last 2 games, both losses. With the Cowboys' loss on Sunday, Eagles have a chance to clinch a playoff spot. Kickoff tonight in Seattle approximately at 8:15 p.m.
All right, now let's take a look at what's making news in the world of entertainment. Here's Douglas Hyde with your Hollywood Minute.
Nicki Minaj's new #1 smash has made history. Pink Friday 2 just debuted at the top of the Billboard 200 album chart. It's Minaj's 3rd #1 album, the most ever for a female rapper.
Hi, everyone.
Demi Lovato is engaged. The singer set to tie the knot with musician Jordan Jutes Lutz. The couple broke the news on Instagram. Lovato posted a picture of the ring, calling the night Lutz proposed the greatest of her life. Lovato and Lutz went public with their romance last year.
So you're the funny little man who's been following me. Funny little man.
Wonka is #1 at the box office, and the cast says the musical's larger-than-life sets help their performances by drawing them into a magical world.
It was beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, they built a city like that, like to have it practically these days in the world of CGI and things being piped in later. Mm-hmm. It really gives you something to react to as an actor, to like look over and see a physical chocolate shop with patrons and like artisan chocolates in the window.
In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
Well, Christmas season is here, and Draper Media wants to ensure every child has a present to open Christmas morning.
Yeah, here is the list of businesses that have accepted our Shell Brothers Challenge by donating in increments of $1,000.
We really want to thank the businesses, groups, and individuals who have stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000 to Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign.
Here is the Shell Brothers Honor Roll in order of amounts given in increments of $1,000.
Friends and family of Captain Bob's Oyster Roast. Atlantic Community Thrift Shop. Officers and members of Ocean City Elks Lodge number 2645. Clark & Sons Garage Doors. Boggs Disharoon Post 123. Evans Builders. Eastern Shore Corvette Club. General Refrigeration Company. Caliber Collision Local Centers. Carolyn D. Lehman Johnson. Right Locations. Seaboard Billboard Boat. Wicomico County Public Schools. Right Way Flagging and Sign. Delmar VFW Post 8276. Tony Tank Tribe 149. Pocomoke Elks 1624. In memory of Stacy Dortch. Salisbury Elks Lodge. Chagrin Gas and Home Comfort Products. Unfinished Business. Cape Henlopen Elks number 2540. Bunting and Murray Construction. Midway Par 3. Peninsula Imaging. ASAP Services Pumping and Disposal. Johnny Janasic. Bob Willie & Sons. Classic Cakes. Ocean City Berlin Optimist Foundation. Tuckahoe Underground. Ocean City Berlin Optimist Club. ABC Refrigeration. Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tingle.
J. Stacy Hart and Associates. Goldsboro Family Foundation. Wheels That Heal Car Club. Freddie Holland. Alan Corman and Son, Ramco Solutions. In memory of Shirley Doherty, David and Louise. FH Fur Plumbing, HVAC Electrical. Delaware Mobile Surf Fishermen. Pepsi Bottling Ventures. Collins Wharf Sod. Pools, Pavers, and more. Terra Firma of Delmarva. Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton.
Apgar Turf Farm. Jefferson, Urian, Doan, and Sterner, PA. King Crop Insurance. Historical Vintage Car Club of Delaware. Murray's Residential Services, Archon Training Center, Towers Concrete Products, Mid-Atlantic Transport, officers and members of American Legion Nanacoke Squadron number 6, in memory of Maurice and Pearl Jordan. GNS Heating and Air, Dagsboro Paint and Wallpaper, MG Safer Services, State Orphans Board, Great Council of Delaware, Mount Zion Holiness Church,
Burris Logistics, O'Neill's Millwright and Services,
Iron Order Motorcycle Club, Delaware.
Garden Bears Landscaping. In honor of Billo Hickman. Shore Fun Tractor Pullers. Moose Lodge 646. Women of Faith Zion Church, Salisbury. In loving memory of John Angelus. Wicomico Lodge 91.
Holly Lake Campsite, Carey Insurance Group. Ashley Fence. St. Mark's UMC Easton. Linda's Tax and Bookkeeping Services. Delmarva Art Expo and Wool and Fiber Expo. Thomas E. Melvin and Son Funeral Home. Johnson's Seed and Feed. Mike Singleton and Sons Pest Control. Powellville UMC. Queen City Elks Lodge number 1051. Pumpkin Chunkin Association. Contractors for a Cause Foundation. Hugh H. Hickman and Sons. Quota International Salisbury. Idlewild Brewerton Club. Shore United Bank. Allen Lions Club. Paradise Plumbing.
Collins Mechanical in memory of Sam Ellers III. Coastal Maintenance. Richard Y. Johnson and Son General Contractor.
CJ's Beach Bays.
The Carroll Family. Murray Sod Farm.
Daisy's Well Drilling.
Members of the Willards Lions Club. The R.D. Greer and Sons. Bennett's Lawn Service. Accurate Termite and Pest Control. Coastal Towing. Odd Fellows Lodge number 3. Slaughter Septic Services, American Legion Post number 63, Delmarva Two-Way Radio, Fillmore Day Real Estate Services, Hickman Beach Plaza, in memory of Jack Spencer, Bethel Community Church,
Preston R. Smith Plumbing and Heating, Red Knights MD3 Motorcycle Club, Joan W. Jenkins Foundation, B&R Auto Parts, Jolly Rogers Amusement Parks, Brothers of Dorchester Elks Lodge number 223, A.E. Moore Janitorial, American Legion Cinnapunxon Post number 166. Gary and Cheryl Layfield and Boys. Missionary Baptist Church. Wicomico Day School. Salisbury Moose Lodge. Mike and Nancy West. Gloria Knock. Selbyville Elks Lodge 2173. Eastern Shore Region Antique Car Club. Corrado Construction, K&T Utilities, American Veterans Thrift Store, Gingerbread Farms, in memory of Richard and Helen Webb, Rich and Karen Gollin, Old Timers Softball League, residents of Mariners Cove, in memory of Lily Patrick Feinstein, the Human Fund, Binstead Construction, Curtis Mercer Remodeling, physicians at Bay Health, Kent and Sussex campuses, East Sussex Moose Lodge 2542, Road Wolves Motorcycle Club, Don and Stephanie McIntaffer, Sons of the American Legion number 123, Frankfurt Presbyterian Church Thrift Shop, Shaka Shack Restaurant, Delaware Good Sam Camping Club, Bridgeville Lions Foundation, Dorman Adams, Dr. and Mrs. Chris Conyers, in memory of Samuel S. Henry Jr., Greater Berlin Minority, Preston Gromark F.S., American Legion Post number 94, Southern Delaware Golf Club, Harborside Bar and Grill, in memory of Gary Parks, Maddox Bros Trucking, Coast LLC, in memory of Ken Prettyman, AccuTrench Contracting, Lewis Rehoboth Rotary Club.
Again, we appreciate all of you stepping up to the Shell Brothers Challenge as part of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign.
If you'd like to help, send your card and donation to Bless Our Children in care of Draper Media at 1729 North Salisbury Boulevard, Salisbury, Maryland 21801. Or you can donate on our website, blessourchildren.org.
Thank you for helping Draper Media lend a hand.
And together, we can make the holidays this year a special one.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
And along with donating to Bless Our Children, one of my other favorite things to do each year is look at all of the lights and decorations that you all put all over Delmarva. Here's a look at this beautiful Christmas decoration here. Oh my gosh, look at that tree. I love that angel on top. Very beautiful, very festive, especially with that tree skirt. And I'm so glad that the viewer who sent this in took a little selfie with their tree. We always love seeing you. This picture was sent to us by Linda from Ocean City. Linda, thank you so much for sending us this and for hopping in that picture. We want to see how you decorate your home for the holiday season, so take a look at your screen. Send any pictures and videos you have to coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse.
Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders. Draper Holdings, parent company of WBOC and CoastTV, has an opening for a human resource specialist. Provide HR support for approximately 150 employees in 4 locations. Candidates should have an associate's degree with a background in recruitment, employee relations, and payroll. ADP and SHRM certification and a bachelor's degree are a plus. Join Draper Holdings as our newest human resource specialist with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Holdings is an equal opportunity employer.
A child abandoned by his mother will return 20 years later to confront her.
Te haré pagar lo que hiciste.
And his future will take an unexpected turn.
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Pulsemal.
¿Quién demonios te crees? ¿Qué quieres?
A ti. Amor Imposible. Monday through Friday, 10 p.m., 9 Central, on Telemundo.
Welcome to the ride home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day you pick the songs on the High Five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got enough to stress about. So let me handle the ride home, weekdays from 3 to 7 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
Very windy Monday morning. We are taking a live look now at Lewis. Bob, there's not much to see there. It looks like definitely some rain on the camera there, but the good news is we just have to really get through this rain and we should be okay by this afternoon.
Absolutely. In fact, I think we'll be okay in the next couple of hours, Paige, as we are looking at the heaviest of the rain now beginning to move from south to north across the area. Excuse me. It is a first alert weather day for this nor'easter that's coming up the coast. It's important to have the CoastTV weather app. Make sure you scan the QR code there. Headlines, flooding rains. We've seen them all night long. Now we're looking at a lot of flooded roads. Drive around those flooded areas. You've heard the saying, turn around, don't drown. Strong to damaging winds. Watch for debris in the roads. I've seen some small branches and other items in the road, so be careful. And coastal problems, flooding and possible beach erosion from this system as well. We continue with a flood warning for Sussex County. That's until 6:30. So a lot of those creeks are rising, perhaps out of their banks, and maybe some low-lying flooding, especially in poor drainage areas. Watch out for that. Also, a flash flood warning continues for another 10 minutes for Wycomico County, including Salisbury and surrounding communities. So it's just a messy morning. If you can delay travel by 2 or 3 hours, that's the best advice, as we're seeing all this rain continuing to move to the north. But the good news is the last band of really heavy rain is now pressing through. Seeing it now from just east of Georgetown along Highway 9 towards Overbrook, Cool Spring. That's where that heavy rain is. Rehoboth, you're seeing the last of the really heavy rain. Scattered showers, just general showers, southern Delaware on into the area that we do have that flash flood warning, and showers into the eastern shore of Maryland. So broken showers farther to the south as a really heavy rain continues to move up this coast as we're watching low pressure moving up the coast. And we're seeing strong wind gusts as well in excess of 20 miles per hour. And look at these updated rainfall totals. These are amazing. Over 5 inches in Delmar, 5.36, 4.85 in Millsboro, Georgetown, 4.5 for you, 4.42 in Harbison, over 4 inches in Lewis, and close to 3 inches at Bethany Beach. So it was a circle. We had a lot of wind as well. Had a max wind gust of 48 in Georgetown, 41 in Ocean City. But the steady and heavy rain beginning to move away as we go through the morning hours, replaced by a stronger westerly wind, and temperatures falling through the 50s into the afternoon. By 3 o'clock, right around 50, into the 40s for this evening. And then overnight, partly cloudy skies and cold. And we could see another disturbance that gives us some flurries or light showers on Tuesday. Otherwise, a cold day, 30s and lower 40s. And then into Tuesday night with the wind and temperatures in the 20s and 30s. We're talking wind chill values into the teens. But these wind gusts close to 40 early on today, still gusting up to 30 by this afternoon. Still breezy as we go into Tuesday. And that will be a cold wind with winds over 30 miles per hour at times. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Temperatures falling through the 50s today with the heavy rain subsiding, but still breezy and turning colder. As we head into Tuesday, a chance of a few rain showers or snowflakes, otherwise 43, 25 as we go into Wednesday morning. Highs only in the 40s for the rest of the week. Then heading into the weekend, looking dry, heading up towards Christmas, 51 on Sunday, 51 Christmas Eve with a mix of sun and clouds.
Next on Coast TV News today, the importance of understanding the effects of alcohol. We're showing you how drinking too much can not only kill your liver, but also damage your brain.
The fear of misunderstanding or missing out on conversations can be overwhelming. As hearing fades, so does the connection to others, leading towards isolation and anxiety. An audiologist can test you and find solutions for your hearing loss. Modern hearing aids can improve your hearing and restore the joy of conversations. Call Mast Audiology to learn how Signia hearing aids can treat your hearing loss.
Don't let hearing loss silence your life.
For more information about Mast Audiology, go to delmarvaexperts.com.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Be a penguin on New Year's Day at the AGH Penguin Swim. Come out to Ocean City on New Year's Day or join our cyber swim and take an ice cold dip wherever you are. Proceeds benefit the Atlantic General Hospital Foundation. For more info and to register in advance, visit aghpenguinswim.org.
Over 100 boys and girls basketball teams, 5 days of the best high school basketball talent in the country, 8 games a day, and it's all on the Delmarva Sports Network. The 41st Annual Governor's Challenge High School Basketball Tournament lives right here on the Delmarva Sports Network. From the first tip of the day to the wrap-up show each night, DSN is there. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app to see the action from every court. The 41st Governor's Challenge, exclusively on DSN, presented by OC Floor and Home Gallery.
Expand your family this holiday season. Grassroots Rescue believes each and every dog deserves their own unique chance at a happily ever after. Home of the perfectly imperfect, Grassroots Rescue provides educational opportunities and information on responsible pet ownership, offering assistance with pet food, spay-neuter, and emergency medical care. For more info on how to adopt, visit grrde.org.
Americans are smack dab in the middle of an alcohol crisis. According to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, it's the 4th leading preventable cause of death.
Yeah, but did you know that alcohol doesn't just affect your body, it impacts your brain? Marty Salt shows us the effects you need to know before you pick up your next drink.
Not only can drinking kill, drinking too much can cause a form of permanent brain damage called Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, or wet brain.
Wet brain, or WKS, would not typically manifest until we saw someone drinking perhaps at least 6 or 7 drinks a day on average.
University of Colorado psychologist Joseph Schacht says there are 2 parts to WKS. First, encephalopathy. It causes people to seem drunk even when they're sober.
Wernicke syndrome is characterized in particular by motor difficulties, so difficulty walking, falling over, or losing one's balance, as well as some mental confusion.
The second stage, psychosis, causing hallucinations and delusions.
They can also be confused for symptoms of other dementias.
These symptoms are caused by a lack of vitamin B1.
The symptoms of Wernicke syndrome be identified and treated. That can be very simple with simply thiamine or vitamin B1 supplementation, but if that is not treated, it will progress to Korsakoff psychosis, which is not treatable.
The damage can be reversed if caught early, but the only way to prevent it is to minimize or quit drinking. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
It's now 5:56 this morning. Time to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique.
Look what we got here. Today's Coastal Pet of the Day, sharing the cutest Christmas card with us. You can see on your screen, these dogs are in the Christmas spirit. You know, if it was cold enough, we might have had some snow today for a picture like that.
Yeah.
Pretty glad that we don't have those icy roads out there. These dogs were sent to us by Susan. Thank you for these pictures, Susan.
All 3 of those dogs are adorable. We want to keep seeing your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos. Tell us what makes your pet so special.
Yep, take a look at your screen. The information where you can email us is right there. And then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature.
It is 5:57. Time for a quick look at your forecast now before you head out your door.
Yeah, Bob, as we continue to hear that rain, was pounding our roof on our studio just a moment ago here in Milton.
It was, and had all that rain been snow, guys, we'd be talking feet of snow. So we don't have enough cold air around for that, but we had about 3 to 5 inches plus of rain. But now that really steady, heavy rain is beginning to wind down. Watch out for flooded roads throughout the morning hours. A very treacherous commute. Steady rain through mid-morning, then windy and colder throughout the day, with temperatures falling through the 50s. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Blustery, much colder for the week ahead. Maybe a few flakes or showers on Tuesday. 43, not a big deal. The big deal is the cold and dry for the rest of the week. 40s for highs, 20s for lows. Heading towards Christmas, the weekend is looking, well, mild. Low 50s and dry. Christmas Eve looks dry, and so does Christmas Day. So no white Christmas, 53, but then the rain returns after that.
Bob, coming up in our next hour, wild windy weather. We've been talking about it all morning. We update some of the power information after outages were reported because of the storm. That and more as we continue on Coast TV News today.